The men's mile, the Bowerman Mile starts now, Kara Goucher. This one set up to take a crack at a world record.
Well, how would that be for the end of day one? I'm very excited. Distance records are tough. You have to have the perfect conditions. I do feel a little breeze up here in the booth. But what we have are a few very hungry athletes who are still fit and ready to run. And there we see one of them, Yared Nuguse of the United States.
Yeah, was setting records indoors earlier this year. Made it to the championship final. Did not win, nor did this man, Jakob Ingebrigtsen, but he is the man of the hour, sporting those duck colors in front of this near-capacity crowd at Hayward Field. Preparing to head over to the river for the football game in a couple of hours from now. But Ingebrigtsen, fresh off another world record in the 2,000 meters, now goes to the line in the Bowerman Mile.
Paul, the only time he's lost all year was the 1,500 meter final at the World Championships, where he was second. He has crafted this entire season about going after records, becoming one of the greats, and he would love to end that, at least in the mile today, with a world record.
This facility has the most sub-4 minute performances of any venue in the world, and they're going to add to it right now, the Nike men's Bowerman Mile.
Right away, I noticed that Yared Nuguse got out a lot quicker than he did at the World Championships, where he wasn't quick off the line and found himself boxed in. He was much quicker today. And we see Ingebrigtsen now on the outside, moving his way up. He needs to tuck himself behind that pacemaker.
Cameron Myers is the first pace setter out front, and then Eric Sawinski, the American, who was very much the popular choice on the circuit for pacing, as he locks into that second spot. And then right behind him, Ingebrigtsen and Nuguse. World record 3:43.13 set by Hisham El Garouche of Morocco back in 1999. And we're also keeping an eye on the American record 3:46.91 by Alan Webb back in 2007.
And you know, there was some talking at the press conference. Yared Nuguse was open that he wants that American record, and Jakob Ingebrigtsen said, well, just stay with me, then you'll get it. And Nuguse said, hey, I might be closer than you think. So this is setting up to be an absolutely fantastic mile right now.
As they head now to the backstretch, a little bit of a string out, as would be expected with this hot pace. The two pace setters still in front, Ingebrigtsen and Nuguse. And then back to Abel Kipsang and Laros, who we need to talk about, just 18 years of age, mixing it up with the big boys.
It's really unbelievable. His whole plan for the year was to win the World Under-20 Championships, which he did, but then he ran at the World Championships, and now he finds himself in the Diamond League final, only 18 years old, and multiple national records.
It was Jakob Ingebrigtsen who came to Eugene and ran in the Bowerman Mile as a 16-year-old. So this has been a place where the next generation has emerged, and they're right on track now, halfway home.
They are on pace, Paul, and they both look good. And now they will rely on Sawinski to take them a little bit further, and then the racing will begin. Nuguse has not given Ingebrigtsen any room so far, and this might be what Ingebrigtsen needs to run this world record, some actual competition pushing him.
So the Iowa native, Sawinski, is done for his day. Ingebrigtsen now, a lap and a half to go. It's a two-man race effectively here, as they are now helped by those pace lights, trying to stay on world record pace.
Got to tell you, we know that Ingebrigtsen is confident. He's open with his confidence. Yared Nuguse is a little bit quieter, a little bit more laid back, but when he wants something, he is a killer, and he is staying on Ingebrigtsen.
As he takes a look over his shoulder and says, hey, Nuguse, listen to me at the news conference. He's still with me. 2:47 with a lap to go.
Paul, we're getting everything we ever could have wanted. This is such an incredibly fast race, and there are two men right now, two men on world record pace. This is truly unbelievable. Ingebrigtsen is trying to pull away, trying to get some daylight, but Nuguse is not letting him go.
Down the backstretch for the final time. Ingebrigtsen, the Olympic champion at 1,500 meters. Nuguse in the footsteps now of history.
What will Nuguse do? Will he try to come around the turn, or is he just hanging on? We do see Ingebrigtsen now really going to the arms and really starting to push.
As this crowd now gets on its feet, This venue, the site of so much history. Ingebrigtsen feeling the pressure now from Nuguse as they'll get to the line. It will not be a world record, but it will be an American record for Yared Nuguse. As Ingebrigtsen takes the victory, now number 2 all time in the event. Nuguse unofficially 3:44 as he takes more than 2 seconds off of Alan Webb's American record.
What a race out of Nuguse. Don't be fooled by his laid-back demeanor. When he wants something, he wants it, and he just put his stake in the ground. He will be a threat come the Olympic final. But Ingebrigtsen did run a very smart race. He was the one in the lead. He was the one who had to push it once those pacemakers went off. But look at Nuguse was not giving up. He moved outside into lane 2, still trying to close that gap all the way through the finish line. What a race.
The Xfinity 10G Flycam, the only thing that could keep up with the 2 of those. Nuguse goes out into lane number 2. Ingebrigtsen, who's coming back tomorrow to run the 3,000 and then going to Norway to get married next week. He's got another whole race to prepare for. But he does take the victory, the Diamond League title. But this crowd not only appreciating that, but just now witnessing American history.
American history, the Bowerman Mile has always been such an iconic stop for milers in the entire world. Everyone wants to come here, and we just got to see such an amazing race. It wasn't a runaway, which is what we love to see, fighting all the way down, and a new American record for Yared Nuguse.
Everyone's still on their feet here at Hayward Field, and we are just halfway home with these 2 days of the Diamond League final with another world record attempt on the horizon tomorrow, perhaps in the women's 5,000, but more certainly Shericka Jackson taking dead aim at Flojo in the 200 meters to come. As we all take a breath, Kara needs a moment, so let's take a moment with Lewis Johnson and the new American record holder in the mile.
Yared, what a race that was. Take us in it from the first sound of the gun where you were off in strong form.
Yeah, no, I felt really, really good starting out, and I really just wanted to make sure I wanted to like maintain a lot and just really focus on having a strong finish at the end. And I did just that, and it got me with an amazing time, way closer to the world record than I thought. So,
explain the mental and physical efforts you had to stay with Ingebrigtsen to the very end. How did you do that?
Yeah, I mean, I know how good he is. Everyone knows, but I think I just had a season that I'm really proud of, and I really wanted to end it on a really strong note. And I feel like I just came in. I was like, I know I'm as good as him. I know I can do it. I know I just have to stick with it. And so, stick through, push through. Didn't quite get him there, but still came away with an amazing race.
An amazing race, an American record that has stood since 2007. It's now yours, Yared. Congratulations.
Thank you so much.